Hello and welcome. So if you watched the end of the last video, we kind of told you generally at the end of the last video that something did go wrong. Not ready to kind of share what yet, but we will, just not yet. So I'm really sorry that the travel videos of America had to be cut short so soon. Wasn't our plan. And if you follow me on other platforms, you will already know why. And if you're a member of mine, you'll already know why. But right now, we're not going to share it on here just yet. But the good thing is that now we can learn a little bit more about each other. So I've put out a Q&A just to get a couple more questions, even though I already have put that out there. And I've got some questions from you. I've got questions from my Discord, from my Instagram, from my community posts. So let's answer some of them and go from there. All right, so we've got one here that asks if we could, if you don't know, if you're new here, Michael, my boyfriend, we travel full time. So it wasn't just like a 2-week trip to America and then back to our jobs at home. We are full-time travelers. We have been this is the 4th year, 2025 is the 4th year. We do have a large channel, a large YouTube channel. I have 1.1 million subscribers. I just reached that a little bit ago now, but I'm still hanging on to it. But yeah, that's what we do. This is what we do. So if you're new here, that's what's going on there. But I've got a question that says, if I could choose one place to live in, where would it be? That's a hard question. I actually might get Michael, he's over there. He might actually get him to help me or give what he thinks. But unfortunately, and I say unfortunately with the caveat of we've just lived there for a very long time already, it's probably Thailand. It just has literally everything. I am over staying there right now, though I've stayed there for probably a collective of too long. Over the last 4 years, it has great internet. And when you do YouTube, when you do social media, that is key. Just a really nice lifestyle. It's got the best of mountains and beach. I'm a beach girl. The weather's great. The people are great. I am okay at the language. So there's all things for me. I would say Thailand, but I'm going to ask Michael. Thailand? Did you want to come over here or not yet?
Do you want me to?
It depends. Not yet?
No.
Okay.
Thailand or Australia?
Okay. Anyway, that would be my one place if I could live anywhere. My favorite perfume, and someone's asking if I can do a video on makeup and skincare shopping. If you want me to do that, tell me in the comments. I don't know. I'm always in the past have had 50-50 males and females, and I just know that men don't care, so I've just been whatever. Also, I'm not big into that, so it's never been a big thing of mine, but now I have a lot of females. So if you're interested, I don't know, let me know. But my favorite perfume is Valentino, born in Roma. You coming down?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Michael. Okay, what is a place that really surprised you most? That's a good question.
Is it this year or is it in general?
Let's do this year.
No, it's in general.
Yeah, true.
We've got the Josies coming up soon. So.
And if you don't know what that is, we give awards out for the year that passed at the end of the year, and we're going to do that here too. So our favorite place, our favorite food.
So if it's for the year, then that's for the Josies. But in general,
this is general.
I'm going to say the place that surprised me the most was Kazakhstan in my life.
Ooh.
I didn't think I would enjoy that place so much.
Yeah, cool. Kazakhstan. I would say a big surprise for me on that note was probably Kyrgyzstan. So similar.
I didn't do as much as you there, but
yeah, I really liked that.
And Sri Lanka, because we just come off.
Yeah.
We just come off 4 months in India. And Sri Lanka felt like all the good bits of India.
Yeah,
if that makes
all
sense,
the good bits.
Without any of the bad bits.
Well, some bad bits. There was a bit of scams there,
but nowhere near as much. And that's not to say India is that bad. India should be in its own category.
Yeah. And someone asked if we have any plans to visit New Zealand. Eventually, and I would love to. However, for me, this might sound weird, but that's too close to my home right now. I want to be out there a bit more and then come back home and do it round.
I think what's interesting for those of you who do follow the main channel, that is both of our passion. We're making the videos now that we want to make. Not that we were never making things that we didn't want to make. What I mean is, if we could pick anything to make, we now go and make that happen. As opposed to before, we're hey, we'll go to this country and we can do this and we can do this and travel there and film it. Now we're specifically traveling for great stories.
Yeah.
So if there's not a great story somewhere, it's hard to justify traveling there right now.
Right now. Yeah.
But definitely it's somewhere we would like to holiday. I just don't think holidaying's on the board for the next little bit of time. We have to balance it. We have to holiday places where we can tell a story as well.
Yeah.
And there's probably so many great stories in New Zealand. But again, like Australia, it's just we don't...
it's hard.
We want to get it right.
Yeah. Someone asked, I would love to know the background or story of how you got into this as a career, which is so fun. Okay, so it's a long story, but let's make it as short as possible. For like 10 years before I started like this channel was a fitness influencer. So I had like deals with my Instagram. I was sponsored by like Optimum Nutrition. If you're in Australia, I was sponsored by EHP Labs and like all of these brands, right? Switch Nutrition. Anyway, so I was really into fitness. And one day I broke my back in the gym. I couldn't walk, had to relearn how to walk. I think it took 6 months to 8 months to like get back to moving again and walking again. So that was crazy and obviously put like a big like halt on my fitness, my life in general, but my fitness life. Anyway, I always knew I was working as a like marketing and sales manager for gyms at the time. And I always knew that I wanted to do more and not just more, but social media as well. That's just something I always wanted. And then lo and behold, the like pandemic came, we met. Then Michael was like, quit your jobs. I'll support you. Let's get what you want to do going. So
because she had a shit boss and a shit job.
It was horrible.
Like if she had a great job and a great career, I wouldn't have been like, quit your job and do what I want to do. She had a horrible boss, and so many people will relate to this. She was in the cycle of thinking, if I work harder for this person, it'll be a better life. And no, you're just getting exploited. So
Michael taught me the whole, like, if you work harder for yourself, it's going to be better. So basically, as soon as the pandemic was over and we booked the first flight out of Australia, I don't even know how the travel thing came up. We just both wanted to see the world, because I feel like we both traveled before we met each other, like in our past.
I was digital nomading before the pandemic. I had an online business and I was going to wherever I wanted to go and working from there for like a month at a time. So it didn't make any difference to me if I was in Australia or I was in Bali or I was wherever. I would just go there and work for a month and then come back. It wouldn't change my life. And I really enjoyed that lifestyle, and I wanted desperately to take Josie to Thailand because she'd never been to Asia before.
Never.
So I was like, let's go. And then we were trying to go during the pandemic. Phuket opened up for a little bit. All sorts of things.
But yeah, then we were just like, well, if that's the pandemic and that's going to like shut down the world again, let's just get out and see the world while we can. And then we booked the first ticket out of Australia to Thailand.
But in terms of getting into the lifestyle...
well, we just started vlogging from there, and that's how we got into it.
You started vlogging.
Yeah.
It was very much hands off from me. I was just like, where do you want me to take you on the motorbike today?
Yeah, I've got a lot of people who are just saying that they love my vlogs so much, so thank you for that.
We just put up a great video on the first channel, and there's a lot of positive sentiment, like 99% positive.
Yeah.
And we normally get a good mix of positive and negative, not so much because of how the video is made. We very rarely get negative feedback of someone saying it's a bad video. Actually, a lot of negative feedback is sandwiched between, this was a really good video, but I fundamentally hate the color of the person that's in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically how it goes usually. But it was universally accepted, which was a really nice feeling.
Someone said, do you see yourself doing YouTube long term, and what are our future plans? So, yes. I will say that
yes, but is probably the answer.
Yes, but. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. I like that.
Yes, but. Like, yes, but it has to be, I think,
that's a good way
profitable, because you just... No one can work for free. You have to put food on the table.
It's a lot of work.
Lots of changes have happened on the platform, and like there's lots of everyone's suffering like lower views and all that sort of stuff, and lower RPMs, which is how much money you make per 1,000 views, and sponsors are being more scrutinous. So it has to be that. And then also I think we have to be passionate about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Neither of us can do something if we don't love doing it.
Yeah.
Which is probably like, I envy those like creators that can just grift.
Like put up anything and they'll get views.
No, I mean like the type that can be like, I'm going to make this even though I don't care about it. I'm going to pretend I care about it.
To get views and money,
I can't pull myself out of bed to do something I'm not passionate about.
Neither can I. And then on the back of that, kind of the same kind of... so yes, but. Good. I like that. Someone asked, how long did it take you to start making money from YouTube or social media? And I think the answer to that is like... Quickly. So I got my channel monetized.
But not in a braggy way.
No.
Quickly, because in a realistic way, because we know that it's not that easy. You have to have the right mix, and us as a duo is the right mix.
So
A week.
yeah, I think I got monetized within a week or two, and that is like kind of consistent. I think I got monetized on my other platforms within like 24 hours. So once we knew what we were doing,
You're able to replicate it
can
again
do
and
that.
again. We started multiple channels and had them monetized very quickly.
Yeah.
And build a
Even this
system.
one.
Yeah, build a system around them. And now they're all pretty profitable. Just you have to stay consistent, which I don't do very well. Consistent, I would make enough money off my YouTube for it to even be like a good income earner for me.
Is that your Bass Pro hat shop?
Yeah, it is. But I think it was a week to get monetized, but it was probably like 6 months before we were seeing any sort of like
Money.
This could be.
Yeah, we could work this.
I couldn't live off it. I'm lucky I had the business. You could live off it after 6 months. About 18 months ago.
12 months.
About 18 months ago, we went, no, this is like, we pretty preemptive the whole travel thing falling off, which it did.
Vlog, yeah.
And then we were like, this is what we have to do. And we pivoted and it's worked out really well for us. And now it's getting into the territory of like reaping the rewards of what we sowed 18 months ago.
We're talking about the main channel, if you don't know. Like
this one.
We changed from full travel vlogs. If you just scroll down, like you can see on my other channel. I'll leave it linked down below. We changed to full stories, and that's what he's talking about. But
I will say that anyone making content, if you don't get monetized in the first week, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna be successful or good. It's different for everyone. Sometimes it takes longer for you to kind of. For me, it's pattern recognition, and it's understanding how things work, and it's working. So many people just be like, oh, someone made this video, so I'll go make the same one, and then you're never really building anything that's going to work for you long term.
Or know why.
That
worked, yeah.
Our big thing is that we always figure out why, not just figure out what. So we have a cohort, a school that you can join to learn all of these things. It's basically, we're pretty confident we can give you all the little bits you need to shave off all that time that I think most YouTubers who push it full time take about a year to get monetized. As I said, we were both in weeks. You were a week, I think.
A week, yeah.
And because we kind of figured out what didn't work, and we figured out why, and then we just teach you all of that in there, and it's a monthly fee, and you can be in there, and you get to ask us questions, you get to ask other creators in there questions, and you get all these modules to like basically run you through everything that we learned. So I think it's really good value if you're serious what you're doing. If you're not serious and you just kind of want to make a channel and you might think like, why would I pay that? Well, to be completely honest with you, I'm not trying to sell myself too much here. What you're getting for that money is worth significantly more than that. So if you're serious about it, and probably only if you're serious about it, you should check out the description and jump in the group, and you can do 1 month and then quit after if you don't like it.
And if that's not clear, it's for like if you want to do content creation. Yeah, that's the school. That's another thing that we do, right?
That's another thing, and for us, that's we've never really spoken about it.
No, we haven't.
We've spoken about it like a handful of times ever. We haven't formally launched it. But yeah, my only caveat is that if you want to be a creator, join it, and it's the best value thing you'll find on the internet. But if you're just like, I could do that, and then you're not going to make it, so don't do it.
Yeah. Now, another thing that we do, we've got a question of, are we going to rename either of the channels to Just Say Hello? So if we don't know what Just Say Hello is, I was going to wear my hat, and then I was just like sweaty and stuff, so I don't want to be sweaty in my Just Say Hello hat. But if you don't know what Just Say Hello is, it's our brand. And from the large channel, we make so many connections with people around the world. And it's kind of just like I don't want to say like a movement, but like
it's a movement. It's something we've been saying in the videos since 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You guys just didn't notice, or maybe you did.
Because we think it's like the crux of how everyone just says, how do you get to do these things? And there is no secret. We're not special people. We're not secret special people. Like, it's genuinely just when you travel, we see other tourists travel and they don't talk to anyone, and they sit they go on there. I'm going to book a private trip and I'm going to stay in a private room, which we love to do too. But we're quite like, or Josie specifically, we'll talk to anybody who talks to us, and you make those connections and those friendships that way. So genuinely, it's just saying hello. And the purpose of the brand is that like it's simple, and that's because that's how simple it is. But as far as calling the channels that, I don't think so, because we have other things in store for that. For the Just Say Hello channel. Which we might leave down below.
Yeah, I'll leave the description below. You guys can all go subscribe there now. I don't know when there'll be content going up on there, but that's kind of...
Not yet, but it's in the works.
Well, a good example is... Actually, I might address this now. I saw a comment on the internet the other week about Kenya.
What was it?
About the fundraiser.
Uh-huh.
And I think that would be potential content for that channel.
That'd be great to do that.
To go back and give that money. Someone on the internet had asked on a different site, not on YouTube.
Just explain to them what it is, though. What's Kenya? They don't know what that is.
Yeah, had asked about the fundraiser we did on Josie's Kenya video on the main channel. And they said they wanted to give money, but they weren't sure where the money was going.
Oh, yeah.
And for us, when I first read that, I was like, why do you think we'd take the money? And then I realized, you know what? So many YouTubers would take the money.
Yeah,
they would
that's
just pretend.
fair.
So I was like, is there a right to be skeptical? Because we've said that it's going to pay for education. But we haven't sort of listed exactly where. So we're going to go in and update that GoFundMe to tell you exactly what. But for the benefit of this, you guys listening right now, if you donated to that, thank you very much. We're holding the money because we're going to take it physically over there. With the way the corruption is in that country right now, I would not want that money to go through any of those
like
online channels to get it there.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would hate for someone to know that money was coming from working at one of those places and then someone get robbed on the way home with that money.
Yeah.
And then we're going to personally deliver it to the school Janet works at, the Future Stars school, and a meal service
with the
orphans, and a meal service that helps needy people get meals, which is run by Kevin, who was Josie's main friend. Janet's brother. So meal service, a little bit, but mostly the two schools. So mostly the money is going towards the education for children. And as we said before, at the moment where it stands, it's 100+ children through school for 2 years.
Yeah. And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a main channel video. I'll leave it linked below because it's personally one of my favorites for them
last year. It's a great video.
So there's that. Go and watch it, please. You will not be disappointed. I lived in Africa's largest slum in Kenya for like 3-4 days with a local family, and met some really incredible, inspiring people. So go watch it. You won't be disappointed. We've got quite a few questions about whether we're going to have kids and we start a family and what travel will look like. That's a quick one to answer. It's not on my mind. I don't think about it, and I'm doing what I'm doing.
I think it's an interesting thing to say that I thought by now we would have stopped and had kids when we started.
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
But as we're going now, it's a tough one. I definitely want children in my life. But right now, we are on the precipice. We've been building something for a couple of years, and it's starting to hit its like stride. It's like the start of it all now.
You can't stop now.
And it's really exciting. It's the first time I felt super excited about something since I started my own business. It's like, I can see the potential in this. And the best part about this is the comments when we make these first channel videos are so like worthy, don't you think? What are you doing?
Your face was really unfocused.
Yeah, so like it's just there is so much purpose to what we're doing that like the idea of even thinking about what video we're making next is like that's what's on the front of my mind. I want to go and have the fun of building a business, which I find really fun, and then you have the fun of like meeting new people and seeing new cultures, and then the creative output of like creating the content around it. It hits like all three of my like tickles my brain on the right spot. So that's where my heart is, and I think you're the same as me.
I am. A few people, and like if you asked me when I was like 15 if I was going to have kids by the age I am, I would have said yes, but like I'm just absolutely nowhere near ready for that. A few people asking us if we're going back to America. Yes.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It was just a kind of like a taste, this trip. It was unplanned. We had a project in Guatemala. We went and did something else and then went there.
We finished in Guatemala, and basically we had a bit of time before the end of the year, and we just figured, hey, let's go to the US as next door, because both of us have never been.
And it was...
Well, Josie's been briefly as a small child.
I was like 17. I wasn't even 18 yet, I don't think. So I don't even remember it at all. But it was just a little taste. And like you guys saw, like we tried to fit a road trip in, because that's the thing we wanted to do, but we just didn't quite have enough time to do it. But we did it anyway, and we missed out on the Grand Canyon because of weather and snow and all that. So there's just so much to see. Like if you're American, you know there is years worth of travel to do there, and But
also we had that project kind of drag on longer than it needed to, so we had to spend like 4 days in Phoenix figuring that out, where that could have been extra days on our road trip. And if we had the time again, I don't know if I would have gone to Roswell. Yeah. Because I wasted a whole day, and it was cool, but I probably would not have gone out of my way to go there.
Yeah. And I feel like as well, like just on the like we travel full time thing, like I had a lot of comments being like, you should do your research or you should do this. It's like,
when do we have time to research if we're doing the trips?
And where we work on this and Michael's business and the school and thing like all the time. So like what the time that we had, which wasn't a lot on the road trip, was spent like driving and traveling there. So we just wung it. It was fine for us. We
winged it.
We winged it, which means like we just
think you should.
guessed.
I think you should have more.
What does winged it mean?
Winged it. We just
but what if they don't know?
On the fly.
On the fly, yeah.
I think it's a valid criticism to say you should have planned more. Totally, but our circumstances don't really allow us to sit down and do 3 months of planning for a 3-week trip like most people do. And that's not us saying we get to do it this way. It's just not a realistic thing to do. We have to wing it most of the time because we do put most of our planning, as I said, into the big documentaries. That's where our time goes.
Plus,
and we like to wing it. We also enjoy traveling.
That's what I was going to say. We like to do it that way. Plus, I will say,
I hate planning trips.
Plus, I will say, like I said, the trip wasn't planned anyway, so it's not like we had.
Oh, it was last minute. Yeah.
So, anyway, someone asked, where is the one place that you never wanted to travel to but did and ended up loving it? I
actually don't think there's anywhere that I've been like I don't want to go there.
I will say. I can have a few. Taiwan. I never wanted to go to Taiwan, but we're in the area years ago and Michael had been, and I did love it when we were there for sure. I will say I didn't really want to go to China. I loved that too.
I've got one.
The first time. Wow.
Philly.
That's not a country.
I know, but I'm going to say it's probably the only place in the world.
Wait, you did want to go to Philly?
I wanted to go to Philly to go to the game and to have a cheesesteak. And I was like, everyone tells me this place is rough and it's boring and there's nothing to do and it's not a good place to travel to. So I was like, we'll fly there, I'll go to the game, I'll get a cheesesteak and we'll get out. And I loved literally every second of Philadelphia. Even just walking up and down the streets was awesome. So for me, I'm very much open to every trip. I'm excited. The only time I've ever been nervous for a trip was Afghanistan. And I was very nervous. But I knew I wanted to go. It's
it's not like I didn't want to go there.
I want to see everything. But Philly's probably the only place where I completely 180'd my expectations and had a great, like on the great time to what I expected it to be scale, that would be the biggest difference. And it's up there. It's one of my favorite cities in the world that I've ever been to.
Cities. Yeah, but country.
Sorry, there's not one for me.
Not one.
That's the closest answer I can give.
I've got a lot of countries that I want to go to that I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, we have Iceland, Ireland, Bulgaria.
Maybe Morocco, because I've heard so many horrible things and I enjoyed it.
You didn't want to go there. I always wanted to go
everywhere.
Yeah.
There's nowhere where I'm like, I wouldn't want to go to. I can tell you a place that I really thought would be more enjoyable than it was and then it wasn't, which was Bangladesh.
Okay, I have so many countries that I do want to see that we haven't yet. So hopefully you have some time, like maybe next year in 2026 or the year after that, to get to like some more of them. But I want you to tell me your favorite country in the description bar below. And like maybe we can help each other with like a travel list or our bucket list or something like that. Guatemala is actually on one of my bucket lists and I went there. But I would like to go without doing a project there. I'd like to go and just explore more of South America. We spent too much time in
Antigua because that's where we were based.
Yeah, for the project.
Could have done 3 or 4 days there and that was enough.
And then gone to like Atitlan and others.
More time at the lake, more time in,
Yeah, I agree. I would go back and do other parts of it. But and I've never been to South America, like nowhere in South America. So I'd really like to go there. Start exploring there one day. If you're not in my Discord group, I ask like all these things.
Especially if you're a member.
If you're a member.
Special part for members.
There's a special chat for members, and I don't make members videos anymore because of the whole YouTube just stuffed it around.
YouTube, honestly, hopefully the AI is not listening to me right now, which it definitely is.
Yes, so don't say it.
Not going to make a difference. And on this channel, they have really messed up the last 2 years. Well, every single change has been a massive negative for creators, and one of them has been this members thing where you might be noticing that if you subscribe to anyone, you're only seeing their members' videos as suggested because YouTube want to make more money out of you. So
I'm not sure maybe anymore, but there was a big period there.
No,
like
I'm still
months.
doing it.
Still?
I get on this channel.
Because I took my members' videos off.
We got rid of all our members' videos. Sorry to members, because we've got to find another way to get them to you. Because that's all that YouTube would suggest was Josie's member videos, never her actual videos.
And I got like abuse from people being like, you don't make videos for anyone besides your members, and we don't want to pay and all that stuff, and it's whatever.
But that's not just Josie. That was like
everyone. Yeah, it was all creators.
Huge YouTubers were saying that, and it was such a crap scenario because it's like, well, if they're not showing them our actual videos, then of course they think that.
Yeah. So anyway. Join my Discord community because I would do polls in there, and also like Michael said, we're going to do the Josies, which is where we do like the awards and go through like our worst experience of the year, our best, the most person that we met, all of those things for the year that was, and that's coming out very soon. So go join the Discord. We're going to ask, like, and I get you guys to vote as well on your favorite videos and favorite stuff.
I want to say thank you to everyone. So this is the first video we've sat down and recorded. No, it's not. It's one of the first since the bulk of the Just Say Hello orders came in.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you to everyone. There's been a bunch of you already. We have more than I can count on two hands worth of video thank yous we have to do.
Yeah. So if you have purchased,
we chose
thank you so
platform
much.
Specifically to do thank yous to. You guys have seen that in, I think, a San Diego video we did one.
Yeah.
But a lot of orders have come in the last week since the main channel video went up.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
I think that's what, yeah. We're so stoked about that. And we're trying to figure out, like, people are saying, like, oh, you know, it's a bit plain or whatever. I mean, the message is simple, and we both like minimalists. It's what we would wear.
Yeah.
And minimalist is what lots of people like anyway. But we will do drops. We will do all sorts of inventive things
releases
with this.
We have stuff in the future.
We have so many plans for this. So if you're interested in the message, keep your eye out, and if you want to get involved in it, you can ask us how, and we can help you.
If you want to follow the Just Say Hello socials as well, I'll link them down below. We haven't really done. We've just told you guys about it. Like, we haven't. We
had a short mention on the main channel.
Yeah.
And we haven't done anything on Instagram, which is where a lot of people are.
Yeah. So
or TikTok.
You guys are still like the first kind of to know, and so we haven't done anything on the socials yet, but we will also follow along, and we'll get that going probably in the new year.
We would
focus on it next year. Really well
share more about the process on this channel. Like, we need to go. There are certain specific things we want to make, so we're gonna have to go find suppliers for them and figure all that out. We'd love to share that. We want to build it in public with you guys, your input, and you being able to be part of it as well. So any ideas or things, feel free to pop them in the comments. But next year will be a year where you'll get to see it grow with us as we get to see it grow, which is really cool.
Yeah, so follow the socials down below and be one of the first to follow the Just Say Hello social.
Thank you. Thank you for the giving us a bit of grace over the next couple of days, because we have something we have to attend to. And I know Josie mentioned it at the start, but it's probably just a little bit more to do with me. It's with both of us, but maybe 51% more with me.
Probably like 65% more you.
And it's not something that I'm ready to put in a long form video, because I think even though we do film everything and we tell you everything, it's a subject that I'd like to give a little bit more thought to before I talk about it. So that's why we're going to figure that out.
But thank you, and I'm sorry that there was no video yesterday, but again, we just had to, it just is what it is. And
if you have any more questions, put them in the comments, and we'll try and answer them for the first hour or two in the actual comments as well.
And thank you guys. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow, but the next time that we can. And that's it.
This is still a better Vlogmas than last year.